Hi, Europe and beyond. It's Eurovision Ireland, and we're back with another one of our reviews about the songs for the 2024 Eurovision Song Contest. I'll introduce the gang first. We have Sarah,
Hi everyone.
we have Bogdan,
Hi everyone.
we have James,
Hi everyone.
we have Richard,
Hi.
and we have me, John, and Staggy, who will be popping along, although he's already a star of TikTok and Instagram, I understand. Now, in this little recording, we're looking at mainly Nordic songs with one guest country, and you'll easily work out which the guest country is when we get there. So without further ado, we're going to kick off with Denmark. Now they've sent Saba with the song Sand, a nice, easy thing to remember. And it's been written by Jonas Dander, Melanie Harapetian, Pit Collins and Pit Kallinga Nugard Jepsen, I believe. I apologise if I got those names wrong. And this will be performed in the second semi-final at position number 7. So about a middling draw for Denmark. And Sarah's going to lead with this one. Away you go.
Absolutely. Thank you, John. Well, I've been a great follower of Denmark, mainly because of my half Danish nationality. So I've got a vested interest in this. Now, I have to confess, I haven't enjoyed a Danish entry really since 2018. So I'm really pleased to say that this year I actually can. Yeah, so I was really ecstatic when Saba won the Danish national final. I know that probably a lot of people expected Basim to win it, but I was pleased when she was victorious. I like the song. It's got a good beat to it. I think the staging is already practically Eurovision ready. I know that Saba's got some plans for it, which I'm not going to let too much on what I've read about, but sounds to me like it's going to be pretty amazing. And so I thought she sang well. I know there were some sort of questions about vocals, but to be honest, I didn't spot anything wrong that night. Yeah, she sells the song well, she performs it. I probably would like to see as you go sort of hit the end of the song, with this powerful ending, sand, sand. And I think she could probably do with having maybe sort of one or two backing singers coming on at the end, joining her on the stage. That would really make the great finale. Will she qualify? I certainly think Denmark are in with a chance this year. Probably sort of get to the final. There's a lot of strong songs this year, and unfortunately, though it's a good song, might just miss out, on getting that top 10, about mid-table. But yeah, I love it this year.
Right, Sarah, and of course getting to the final is credit enough these days, I think. Yeah. So yeah, Denmark. They haven't got far to travel this year, just a quick hop over the bridge. So and the last time the contest was in Malmo, guess who won? So history repeats itself. Anyway, as you may know, we're each going to give the songs a score out of 10. So there's a maximum mark available of 50 and a minimum mark available of 0, but I don't think anyone's going to be getting that. Would hope not anyway. So Sarah, if you want to give me your score for Denmark, please.
9.
9. Okay. And Bogdan.
I quite like it. I give it an 8.
8. Okay. And James.
I'm going to give it an 8 as well. I think Denmark are moving in the right direction with this.
Okay, yeah. And Rich.
I like it, but I'm only going to give it a 7 at the moment.
Okay, and yeah, me too. Yeah, it's nice. It's nice. A steady song should make the final. A 7 from me. So I make that 39. Score 39 out of 50, which isn't that bad. Isn't that bad? High 30s is always good. Now moving on, we're going to Estonia. Now, here we go. It is called Nendest narkotikumidest teame kulmidagi. I think. Apologies to any Estonians out there. It's performed by Viis Minust ja Puolup, I think. And those two acts have formed a collaboration and they've co-written the song. I'm not going to go into their names, but they know who they are. It's been performed also in the second semi-final at position number 13. So not a bad draw. But can a good draw translate into it doing well? It's over to Bogdan.
Thank you, John. I'm extremely happy you tried pronouncing the song because I don't think I'll have the courage to do that.
Mm.
I really tried, but yeah, it's quite difficult. Oh, about the song. What a fun song. We kind of missed that kind of crazy song on the stage. A fusion of folk, pop, hip hop, electronic, everything together. You don't know what to expect, but you can't keep your eyes out of the performance. They know how to perform it, they know how to grab your attention. I really enjoy it. It's kind of madness, but it's a fun madness, and yeah, I think people would quite back up this song because it's unusual. It's unusual and it's fun. And we missed that at Eurovision, so why not? Why not? Are there any chances to qualify? Yeah, why not? Study Festina can do it. Yeah, I think so. Maybe borderline, I don't know, but I enjoy this performance.
Thanks, Bogdan. Of course, Estonia have got history, and they often do know what they're doing. And it's a bit of a departure to pretty much everything else in the contest, so it might strike a chord. Anyway, you've got to give it a score out of 10. What's your score, Bogdan?
A solid 7, let's say that.
A nice solid 7. Okay, James, what's your score for Estonia?
I'm giving it a 7 as well for sheer lunacy. It's brilliant, utterly, yeah, unlike anything you've ever heard.
Yeah. Rich?
I'm sorry, and I generally like Estonian entries, but I'm only giving it a 3.
Great. Okay. Okay. Well, it's getting a 6 from me. It's not the worst song. It's not the best song. So a nice steady 6 from me. And Sarah, to finish off?
I'm going to give it a 5. It's bonkers, but I don't think it's bonkers in a good way, really.
Okay, so that scores, if my math is correct, that scores a 28. Not bad, not bad at all. Moving on, we now go to Iceland, country who have never won, and they've sent Hera Bjork, who's done her stuff as a lead artist before and as a backing artist before, so she knows the drill at Eurovision. She's singing a song called "Scared of Heights," and she's not written it. There's a bunch of people who have. I'm afraid I can't actually read my own writing, but they know who they are. They know who they are. This one is going to be reviewed by James. Away you go.
So, Iceland, well, we were all talking about the Icelandic national selection for many weeks in the lead up to the actual event. And I feel like Hera winning was, okay, let's give this to a safe pair of hands after everything's happened. We know Hera's got form at Eurovision. We know she's a big fan favorite. The fans love her. I've seen many videos of her performing at different events and everything, and she just has everyone eating out of her hands. She's very likable, very funny, brilliant performer. The song itself, I'm not surprised that she didn't write it because I do feel there's a little bit of disconnect there. It feels like she's just sort of performing it. And I know we've said in the past in different reviews that we like it when people sing with conviction, they mean what they sing. This sort of just feels like, yeah, I'm here. This is the song I'm performing. It's not necessarily a bad song. I think it's a very well-trod genre. I think Hera sells it well, but I do fear for Iceland's chance of qualifying. You mentioned they're the only Scandi country that hasn't won Eurovision. I don't think this is going to be one to do it for them. I can see it maybe qualifying if the fandom get enough behind her, but if it gets to the final, I think it's an if. I don't see it doing much when it gets there, sadly, which is a real shame. We'll have to wait for another year to go to Pacific.
Thanks, James. And by the way, Hera's performing in the first semi-final, song number 8, so she's also got a fairly middling draw, and middling draw can sometimes work either way. Anyway, thanks, James. You need to give it a score out of 10.
I'm going to give it a 5, and that's mostly for her.
Okay. Okay, 5. Rich?
I'm giving it a 6. It would have been high, but like James, I think there's something missing.
Yeah, I'm edging down to the score of 5 for this one as well. Iceland have done better. Sarah?
I'm giving it a 6, mainly again because it's Hera, but it's nowhere near as good as Je ne sais quoi in 2010.
Okay.
I'm afraid.
Okay. And Bogdan?
I'm afraid it's a 5 from me as well.
Oh.
I was expecting more. I do like it, but that's about it. I like it.
Okay,
Mainly
so
because it's her.
thanks, Bogdan. So Hair of York scores 27 off from us. Moving on, we've got a country that isn't quite Nordic, but they are for the purposes of this. It's Australia. Yes, that fine honorary Nordic nation. They're sending Electric Fields, who have attempted to do their stuff in the past for Australia a couple of years ago. They sent a song called One Milkali, and it's sung in English and Yakunjajara, which is a central South Australian language, I believe. Now, it's been written by Electric Fields, who are Michael Ross and Zachariah Fielding, doing their stuff again. How will they do? Over to you, Rich.
Well, first of all, thank you for announcing or trying to pronounce that new language that's appearing at Eurovision. Because many people know that a whole bunch of us here love songs sung in national languages. One Milkala, no, Milkale translates as One Blood. As we know, Electric Fields have tried time and time to enter Eurovision, and it seems like SBS are now approaching formal national finalists to represent them after Voyager last year. We've got a mid-tempo song that I can imagine people start dancing along to, or certainly a foot stomper. Electric Fields are good storytellers. You can just see from the video there's going to be something on stage that you can just visualize. The impression I get from the fandom, it's a Marmite song. They're either going to do really, really well or not very well. So if it qualifies, I can't see it being any higher than 20, if something like that. But again, if the juries and fandom get behind them, it could do really, really well. And I think because of the storytelling aspect, it has potential.
Yeah, thanks, Rich. Now, yeah, because the video is basic, so they're keeping a lot under wraps with that one. Australia performing in the first semi-final, song number 13, so they've got a pretty decent draw in that on that Tuesday night show. Of course, you have to give it a score, Rich. So, what's your score for Australia?
I'm one of the people that actually like it. I'm giving it an 8.
8. Okay. Yeah, I like it too. Enough to give it a 7. Sarah?
I give it a 6. I'm still not sure about it. I'll wait until I see the rehearsals.
Okay, thank you. And Bogdan?
I like the idea of the song, not that much the song itself. I'm hoping that live I'm gonna enjoy it more. So for now, it's a 6.
6. Okay. And James?
I have to agree with Bogdan. I like the idea of the song. I feel like this is the kind of entry that once its staging comes together, it's going to bring it to life. So as things stand, it's a 6.
6. Thank you. So Electric Fields get a score of 33 out of 50 for us. Right, moving on. Our next country is Finland. Now, first the song. It's also been performed in the first semi-final at position number 10, and it's called No Rules, and it's by Windows 95 Man. And him, Henry, and Yorsi and Timu are the writers. I know they've got surnames, but I'm not so good on Finnish. And this one's down to me. Yeah, Karja, what have you done? You were a trailblazer last year, but the trouble is you get a lot of copycat acts. And there are a few copycat acts in this year's show. And this is one of them. Now, Windows 95 Man, yeah, he prances around in a t-shirt that's got a logo on that can't be shown for copyright reasons. Is he wearing shorts? Isn't he wearing shorts? That's one of the things they try to keep under wraps, but he obviously is. You've got a guy who's singing with him who, I don't know, for some reason, he reminds me of Andy Bell of Erasure. I don't know why. But he's dressed distinctly, let's say that. The whole thing, I'm really sorry here, I think is a bit of a mess. I'm not a fan. I want to like it. I know Finland put in a darn good effort with their national final. I think they were better songs in the national final, but of course we have to rely on what they pick. And this is we've mentioned Marmite already in this broadcast, and this is definitely Marmite, but I don't like it, I'm afraid. I really don't. I'm trying to think of some positives to make out of it, but yeah, I can't. It just when I put the CD on it, it's one I listen to maybe the first few seconds of and then move on to the next one. Yeah, it's not for me, but it will have. It's bound to have its fans out there, and it might go down the storm in the Eurovision community, and it might be a big thing in the Euro disco, but no, I can't see this making the final myself. So with that in mind, I'm giving it a score of 3. That's the best I can do, I'm afraid. Sarah, what's your score for Finland?
I'm not going to be much better either, I'm afraid. I'm giving it a 2.
2. Okay, Bogdan?
I'm sorry, I'm gonna be even worse. I actually don't see anything about it I can like, so it's a 1.
1. Okay. James?
I can see what they were trying to do, but it just feels a bit sort of contrite and like forcing you to have fun, which immediately gets my back up. So I'm afraid it's a 3 from me as well.
3. I'm Rich.
I'm giving it a 3, but I do have a concern here. In the semi-finals, don't forget there's no jury voting. And look what wacky songs we got through last year through public voting alone. So yeah, we just need to watch this one, I think.
Yeah, I think the draw's probably going to help it, really. Anyway, sorry, Finland. But the sixth and final country we're going to review in this one is Norway. Now it's called Ulveham, and it's by Gorta. And the band Gorta have written it. Again, they know who they are. It's being performed in the second semi-final at song number 15. So that's probably one of the best draws a song can get in the semi-finals. And we go back to Sarah.
Right. Well, one thing after logging the Norwegian national finals for the last few years, one thing I've come to realise is that Norway always send quality songs. And we saw KNO in this year. You know, the question was, were they going to make it this time? But once again, we had Nat come up that's beat them and pit them at the post. I'm not surprised at all because when I first saw it, I thought this is going to win. There's no doubt about it. It's powerful staging. It's dark. You know, it gives it an aura of mysterious stuff about it. It's a mixture of sort of, so you've got your mixture of your rock, your pop, and then sort of the Norwegian sort of culture in with it. It's got all the ingredients there to be a successful. I mean, I wouldn't say win. I think that's probably going a bit too far, but it'll be up there. It'll be up there for the top 5. I've no doubt about that. Definitely it's going to qualify, and it's definitely going to be up there. I would think, it will see it in the top 10, even if not the top 5. Yeah, they are. This group are really good.
Thanks, Sarah. Yeah. And what's your score?
Give it an 8.
An 8. Okay. Bogdan?
For now, it's a 7. I'm waiting to see it perform live on the main stage.
Okay. James?
I'm going to give it a 6. I enjoy it. I love what they're trying to do. I just feel like they need to neaten up a few things to really make it stand out.
Okay. Richard?
This is 7 for me.
7. I love it. It's one of my favourites of the show this year. So it's getting a 9 from me, which gives it a score of 37. Now, you'll see above us or somewhere what the scores are for the songs that we've scored tonight. And we'll put them with the other 32. And hopefully we can see if Eurovision Ireland can pick a winner, see if it's our favourite. But I'll quickly go around the room with a simple question. Is there a potential winner tonight or a potential classic that we'll be bopping along to or listening to in years to come? What do you think, Sarah?
I wouldn't say a winner. I'd say definitely top 5 in one of them. But winner, no, I don't think so. Not in this group.
Okay, thanks. And Bogdan?
I don't see any winners in this group. I'm sorry.
Okay. Okay, that's nice and simple. Yeah, James.
Again, don't see a winner. I see two that could potentially become cult classics, but I guess we'll have to wait and see in that respect.
Thanks, James. Rich.
No winners here, but like James, possibly two classics, one for the right reason, one for the wrong reason.
That's about the perfect way to put it. Yes, yes. I think that there are two standouts, and one's for one reason and one's for a completely opposite reason. Yeah. I'm sure our viewers will be able to work out which two they are from our reviews. So we're going to sign off now. We've got more reviews coming up, so don't go away. We've still got, we only reviewed 12 songs. We've got plenty more to come. So it's goodbye from Sarah.
Bye, everyone.
And Bogdan.
Bye, everyone.
And James.
Bye, everyone.
And Rich.
Bye.
And me and Staggy. Thank you and goodbye.